does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10.
I walk to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way.
Hello. We're gonna be playing some Battle Cats Unite. So just let me know if it's like if the game audio or anything is too loud. Also, I've been having some internet issues, so if the stream cuts unexpectedly, then it's just my internet being all finicky. Okay, let me see if I can turn this down just a little bit. Alright, I guess we already got a random unit. Just by logging in late at night. So yeah, all I did this morning was just play the Korea stage, just to, you know, sort of get a feel for it. And also, welcome everyone. Welcome Mafia Moose and Mr. Luck or Mrs. Luck or our good friend Luck. So we got Masked Cat for logging in late. I suppose there's not much to do here at the moment, so, or nothing really too special happening. So we could just start the conquest against Mongolia. Something interesting about this version of the game is that you get a bunch of units as soon as you like open up the game as a special like order bonus or whatever. And you get units like Crazed Bowseye, which isn't available in the English version of the actual mobile game. You also get some other units here, like the Lil Valkyrie twins. This one guy, Mallet Cat, who I think we'll be able to afford in a little bit. How did I obtain this game? I ordered it online. I ordered it from Walmart, and I got the game a couple of days later. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I would have streamed this game a whole lot earlier if it was on, like, the digital eShop, but for some reason, you can only get physical copies of this game, so... What's that crazed looking cat? That's Crazed Bowseye. For the mobile versions, this guy is exclusive to the, Taiwanese version, I think. But in this version, you can just get him as soon as you open up the game. And you can start using him as early as the second stage. I was originally gonna buy this from Amazon, but like Walmart turned out to be cheaper by like almost $10 or something, so I just got it off there instead. And with that, Mongolia is done. We have a thing from the missions. 5 rich cats. Lovely. Thing I'm going to do is upgrade study, just so we can get some more study. And I guess we'll start against China. How long is this game? I've heard this game, like, this game goes up to the Stories of Legend chapter with Lil Neandem. But it does have, like, Cats of the Cosmos and all that, which is... Cats of the Cosmos was introduced way after Lil Neandem, which I think is interesting. Also, another interesting thing is that zombie enemies just don't exist in this game. So units like Pile Driver, they had their ability change from being able to knock back zombies and be tough against them, to being tough and knock back against every single traded enemy. Hello, Mr. Memes. I hope you enjoy your time here. Are all the gacha sets this game? I'm pretty sure most of the gacha sets are in this game. Like outside of some of the recent stuff. I'm pretty sure this... When am I streaming again? I have been meaning to stream a lot more, but it's just things that are outside of my control have really prevented me from properly streaming. But I do hope to start streaming more. And I'm gonna say this now, that if you somehow can't catch a stream, the VOD of the stream will be uploaded to my VODs channel, like about a day or so later. and it's not gonna be fun. The final set being Uberfest. Alright, we got Axe Cat. I'm not gonna buy Axe Cat. Oh wait, hold up, there's a thing in the missions. But Uberfest would be a pretty fun set to unlock. Oh. Didn't mean to click that. Also, welcome Canned Juice. How did I get so much cat food? The game just gives you 10,000 cat food. I guess is part of the, like, this bonus that you just get with the game. Kind of like with all these other units. Thank you, HRS, for the follow. I hope you enjoy your, time here. And thank you, Mafia Moose, for following. I always appreciate every follow from everyone. You know, at some point I do wanna, like, invest XP into upgrading the wallets. I'm doing pretty alright. How about you? Actually, let me ask this, for the whole chat. How's everyone in chat doing today? Let's know that, everyone's doing alright. You know, this winter has been been a lot different than other winters of the past where I'm at. Previous winters we'd have, like, periods of, like, extreme cold and, like, snow thrown in there sometimes. This winter has just been nothing but snow and relatively warm days. Like, tomorrow is supposed to be the first cold day of the winter. What am I playing? This is the Battle Cats Unite. The Switch version of the Battle Cats. I just want to say, if the music in the background, or if, like, the game is too loud or too quiet, or if anything like that, do let me know. Because from my end, I can't everything sounds good to me, but I just want to know on, like, the other end, if, like, everything's good, and if there's any issues, do let me know. Thank you, Mr. Meeks, for the follow. The game's kind of loud? Okay, let me turn it down to here. Am I gonna complete this game? Oh, okay, so my other music's too quiet. Let me turn that up a little bit. Also, to answer your question about completing the game, I do want to try completing as much of the game as I can. $100 cat food for beating Thailand. You won't see that in the mobile version. Honestly, that would be a pretty fun idea if like we just got a bunch of Battle Cats YouTubers and we had this one big like collab or whatever where we all did the PvP sort of tournament. You gotta go. Thanks for coming by. I do intend on streaming. If you are in the Eastern time zone, like I am, then it will be pretty late because it's very hard for me. This game has PvP. I'm pretty sure this version also has PvP, like the 3DS version did. But anyways, as I was saying... Okay, I'm gonna say it again, just in case it happens again. If it... Hold up. Okay, I'm just gonna say, before it happens again, I've been having some funky internet issues, so if the stream does go out, then I do truly apologize, but that's really out of my control at the moment. And I'm hoping to find a fix at some point, but the internet has just been really finicky over the past few days. Also, welcome, Super Martin. Thanks for the follow. Always appreciate it. Okay, No, just a couple of hours ago, we had this crazy snow squall. Barely see the outside of my house. Alright. We have made it to the base. Alright, and that's the Philippines done. Got the inferior banana, let's go. Alright. It is... Gross Cat is now available to get. And I'm gonna upgrade these. Wait. Time to take up. Oh, wait. Hold on, I wanted to throw in I'm gonna swap you for Gross Cat. Over here. Alright, let's take on Japan. I'm gonna turn down the music on my end just a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're gonna get some wallet upgrades in here. My goal is to get as much wallet upgrade as I can before I take on the hippo. So we're just kind of stalling here. Actually, I wanna test out Mallet Cat. I wanna see what. Okay. I beat Crazed Cat. Well, we're just at the start of the game, so I don't think I can do Crazed Cat at the moment. But I'm sure eventually, when I get to the point of the game where I can do those sorts of stages, I'll go and do the stages. Also, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Yeah, right now we're just doing the first chapter of Empire of Cats. Crazy how we get like power all the Grandin units, like Cutter Cat here, like after beating the first stage of the game. Oh, look at that. We can have two. Oh. And they're gone. Just like that, we beat Japan. Cat Seeker. And the cat capsule machine. We have access to the Nickelugas. And the storage. And the login bonus. Oh, look at that. Cat ticket. Cat food. Nice. $25 cat food for Ninja Cat. Crazy. Alright, we got the good old cat up. Yeah, it's telling me what the cat capsule is. Oh, look at that. Wallet efficiency. Rare capsule machine. Yeah, it's telling me about the rare capsules. Seems like 6 of the Nickeluga members are here. And of course, we have the cat guide. Just filter through our units here. Get our cat first reward. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay here. I'm just going through the cat guide to get all the cat food rewards from all the units that we got. Whoa, Driller Cat also seems to target everything now. Now, lastly, we have our missions. We have 3 rare tickets from beating Japan. Juliet Cat. Okay, Psycho Cat. And Bishop Cat. So, I'm gonna get the cat food reward for these, and we will continue on. Right. Australia, here we come. Got ourselves a tank on the field. And then just get ourselves a gross. And then a basic cat. Eventually left turn with enough capital to kickstart an entire continent. Yes, it's definitely something special. Mobile would never. I also love being able to start with Cutter Cat just by beating Korea. And then another tank. Also, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Guess I didn't fire that. No, Taekwondo Cat, I'm pretty sure, like, its mobile counterpart is exclusive to the Korean version of the game. Oh, catnip chance unlocked. Oh, minigame, huh? Alright, let's figure out how to do this. Enemies will pop out, eat holes, Alright. Oh. Wait. Oh, wait, okay, yeah. I see it. Let's see how this works now. Alright. Yeah, the death animations in this game surely do give it a nice little flair. This. Alright, there we go. That. Alright, there we go. 4,000 score. Also, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Cat ticket. It's nice. 2 cat tickets. Alright, let's roll this bad boy and see what we get. Base health. Not bad. You know, I'm going into this, like, with the Switch exclusive stuff, like, mostly blind. Like, the game is mostly the same as, like, the mobile version, but there is some differences, and most of the differences I haven't seen. So, a lot of the stuff will be, like, a first-time reaction. But I'd imagine some of these games can get pretty tricky. No, I think my goal for this stream is to beat Empire of Cats Chapter 1. I think that's my goal with this stream. Seems like a pretty reasonable goal. I mean, there's only 48 levels, and we're already done like 8 or 9 of them. You know, another thing I should probably upgrade is my cannon range. I think cannon range and like the wallet upgrades are gonna be the ones I'm gonna focus on first. It's just sort of a different feel. Like, it's something that you can get used to really quickly just by like playing around with it for a little bit. Although I do think beach shielding later on is gonna get just ever so slightly tricky. But I've already played the Battle Cats Pop, so I'm sort of used to having to use a controller or like a joystick or whatever to summon units. But granted, that version did have a touchscreen because it was on the 3DS. You know, Praise Baozai is a very interesting unit because it's basic, because like it doesn't have a whole lot of health, but it's very fast, and it makes it a pretty decent meat shield for 4-star stages because of the speediness alone. Imagine chaining Pubsleep with a controller. See, the funny thing is that I feel like that would be very difficult, and I'm gonna be honest, I'd have to look up how to chain Pubsleep would look like alone in the mobile version. Because I just blasted Pubsleep with Aphrodite on my mobile save. Alright, we got a lot of those dudes pulling up. There's a lot of them. Oh, I should have sent a Cutter Cat. Snip them all up. There's a lot of them on the bait. Alright, there we go. Hold up. Turn up the Spotify just a little bit. There we go. There's a new cat waiting to be upgraded. Cow Cat. I think I'm gonna wait to get Cow Cat because I wanna upgrade the cannon range and upgrade that twice and get a little bit more into the range. And I guess we will take on the Maldives. Alright. Just gotta start by upgrading the wallet. I just realized, I feel like this level's gonna be really easy because we have Cutter Cat. Just like on the go. Thanks for the follow. I always appreciate every single follower and every follow I get. What does the 4th cat do? Mallet? I'm honestly not entirely sure. I think it just does damage. So I would have to... I can see what it does after I do the stage. Oh, just like that. We got the strength boost. We got the tank that final hit and immediately wipe out Piggy. I mean, it's pretty goofy, especially, no. I wonder if it's actually like a reference to something. But yeah, Mallet is one of the few Switch exclusive units, which is pretty cool. Wrong menu. Alright, where's Mallet Cat? There we go. Chance to knock back traded enemies. Okay, you're a single target unit. Alright. We're gonna rip off. For real? Alright. We're gonna go attack India. It's the next stage on the portfolio. Yo, thanks for the follow. Always appreciate any follow I get. Welcome back. Yeah, we're currently on India. So we've just been kind of cruising along. First chapter. Doing good? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate every follow I get. As it turns out, having Cutter Cat for free really makes a lot of red stages pretty easy. I feel like it's gonna make One Horn pretty easy as well when we get there. Simply because of the fact that it's a red enemy. And like Cutter Cat, like one-shots the all the peons in its way, so I'd say it's pretty strong at this point. And it's only at level 1. Hello there, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. I hope that Cutter... Alright, let's go. Cutter got a hit against the hippo. Oh, there's another one. Alright, let's go. We got another Cutter Cat that's going into the ring. Just like that, India has been defeated. I have stuff in the missions. 5 snipers. Going get that cat food. How far do I plan on going into Battle Cat Unite? I plan to go as far as I can. My goal for this specific stream is to beat Chapter 1 of Empire of Cats, but I want to beat as much of the game as I can. Or probably, just beat the whole game entirely. Hitbox detection for a win. knockback. We'll love to see from power cutter from cutter. Oh, that's rough. It would have been nice to get the double kill there, but I guess some things are not meant to be. And I do have enough cash. Special death sound is satisfactory. Just send them flying like in Super Smash Bros. It really is. You know, I feel like that would get very chaotic on like the mobile version. Especially with some stages where it's just nothing but like peon spam. So just your entire screen just gets covered in peons. During the Bun fight. You know, I feel like, I'm pretty sure the Bun fight in like the 3DS version is like toned down away like a lot. And like with the 3DS version, it's different. Because it's not like you go through like Empire of Cats and Into the Future. You just have 3 chapters. Does it have touchscreen though? That would be an interesting thing for me to like test, but since I have to have it in the, you know, dock so I can actually stream it, I won't be able to test that out right now. And I'm trying to avoid as much technical issues as I can, especially with like the internet, my internet sometimes being very buggy. But that is definitely something I would probably like quickly test off stream. I think I'm actually gonna get some study. Oh wait, I think I do remember actually reading somewhere where I think it's like 1 chapter of Empire of Cats, then 1 chapter of Into the Future, then 1 chapter of Cats of the Cosmos. I think I remember reading that somewhere. Bun to me, yeah, I figured. I feel like Bun would appear, I wanna say, that's actually, maybe around there, yeah. I am gonna upload this as a VOD onto the VODs channel, which if you go to my channel page, I think it's the second like link that you could see just below my Nuzlocke video that I've been meaning to change to something else or at some point, but I just haven't bothered. Which death animation? Like the one with them flying onto the screen or them flying into the background? So, about stream highlights, I might do I might edit like stream highlight if like I'm not working on any other project at the moment. Okay, yeah, I figured. Alright, let's wait for our boy Cutter Cat. Aw, that's rough. Kinda hoping we could, use Cutter Cat to hit these Jackie Pangs. I'm just gonna lure him in for a bit so I can build up some cash. Alright, now we can send in Rose. Okay. It's a little bit of a sticky situation here. Alright. Really, 3 cat food. I would do it, but like, I want to try doing this without, like, I want to try doing this without using any continues. 'Cause, I mean, continues, like, I just want to do it. Crazed, like, chunky Bowseye Cat, from what I've seen, is a pretty interesting unit. But anyways, as I was saying, I want to try doing this without, like, using any continues, because I think it would just be a lot more interesting that way. Okay. It says I think it's a new special cat, right? Yeah, Samurai Cat. I'm gonna change up. Yeah, I'm gonna probably actually take these out because I still can't use them yet. And I'll put in, hold on, what does Cat Bros do? Tough versus vet enemies. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll put some of these guys in. Put you there. Now, I think I'm gonna switch out Bishop Cat for another one of the Grandin units. That actually could be pretty good, but I don't think it affects traitless enemies, so. Although, actually, yeah, no. I think I will just keep the loadout like this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's try it again. Well, I think the reason why this Jackie Pang encounter is difficult for a lot of players is because they have a lot more pushing power than people expect. So, I'm gonna go with a different game plan, and I'm just gonna stall for a cache. Difficulty spikes are real. Yeah. It's definitely a difficulty spike. Upgrade the wallet. Oh, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, chat. What was the last thing you had to eat? That's what I want to know. Me personally, the last thing I had to eat is just like kind of like a little plate that I threw some peppers, some bell peppers, cucumber, with some cheese, some apples, a little bit of pepperoni, some nachos with Tostito chips, just because I could. Alright, we're about to approach the base, but I'll be a lot more prepared this time because I have a more upgraded wallet. So I'll be able to get more things in there. You know, tacos. Chicken pot pie. You know, let me in on something, chat. Cheese quesadilla. Sounds pretty good. Let me in on let me let you in on something, chat. I actually can't have any like foods that have gluten in them because I have celiac disease, and it's it definitely puts a perspective on like, or it definitely makes you see certain foods differently. Although I must say that the like gluten-free options are becoming more common, and I think that's pretty good. Fried chicken sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, also, welcome to the chat, Drew. I hope you enjoy your stay here. With my mic lagging? Hold up. Is my mic lagging for anyone else? Just want to make sure that the you know, the mic isn't doing anything crazy. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to leave. Okay. Alright, thanks, alright, thanks for, letting me know, everyone. Okay. You know, it's just, I'm very, like, jitterish about technical issues. Especially with the, like, my whole internet situation with my computer. Because my computer doesn't have, like, built-in Wi-Fi, so I have to use, like, a Wi-Fi adapter. And I don't know what has been happening, but, like, the past, like, 2 weeks or so, it's been, like, it sometimes just randomly disconnects, and one day I managed to fix it for a couple of days, where it didn't happen, and then all of a sudden, it just started doing it again. And also, if you're wondering why I have the lil, if the stream ends, suddenly that means my internet's being buggy. Favorite condiment? I actually really, I don't actually have any condiment besides, like, ketchup. Ketchup's, like, the only condiment I have. I'm not that big of a fan of, like, mustard or, like, mayo or whatever. I'm not a condiment type of guy. Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A. That's a place I haven't been to, but that's just because they don't really have them up here in Canada. And I think they did try opening one in Toronto, although I don't think that venture went very well. Three cat food to fill up energy, might as well. You know, with my celiac disease, I don't really go out to a lot of fast food restaurants because, like, I have to worry about cross-contamination and stuff. Really, the only place I go to, or the only fast food at all I get, is, like, McDonald's fries. But even then, I've started to lose, like, the taste of McDonald's fries. Like, they're only really good when they're, like fresh out of the, fryer or whatever. Like, once they start to cool down, they're just bland, tasting. Also, Freddy's. That's another place I don't think I've heard of. Alright, we have our beautiful cutter cat to help deal with this pig. Alright, this base is going down quickly. And boom, there we go. You're done in Kenya. Alright, I think I should do some upgrade this. And then I'm gonna get a study upgrade. And then I think I'm going to put a level or two into Gross Cat. Oh, missions. Huzzah, 50 cat food for upgrading a singular unit. Mobile would never. You know, there's this, gluten-free pizza. Most of the time I find it tastes like cardboard, but there's this, like, one brand that you can get at Costco. I forgot exactly what the brand was called, but they seem to be the only one that can do, like, gluten-free pizza right. And I don't know why. I think it's probably because they use a different, like, dough or something. I'm pretty sure they usually use, like, cauliflower, or whatever, like, cauliflower, like, dough or whatever, to make gluten-free pizza, and I guess I'm just not a big fan of cauliflower. I don't want to push too far ahead because I do know there's some gories living in that base. Why did I start playing Battle Cats? I was first introduced to the Battle Cats when I was in the 7th grade, My friend showed me it on his tablet, and I thought the game looked pretty cool. And then I think a couple of days later, I got a video. I got one of Matt Shea's Battle Cats videos recommended to me, and I guess I figured, you know what? I think I'll give this game a try. I think I'll check it out. And then I really fell in love with it. And then I played until like about 2018, where I accidentally lost my save file. And I think I took basically like, I want to say like a 1.5 year hiatus until the pandemic started. And I had nothing to do while I was at home. And so I just picked up the Battle Cats again, and then I managed to beat Stories of Legend by August of 2020. Alright, Madagascar is done. There's a new cat waiting to be upgraded. Little tweet. Oh, nope, fish cat. We got fish cat. I think there's some zombie cat. Alright, they'll go in here to get our cat food. You know, on the subject of when people started playing Battle Cats, I want to know, how did everyone else that's in chat like get introduced to the Battle Cats? That's something that I've always been interested in, like knowing on how people got introduced to this game. You're the guy that introduces Battle Cats to the... I see. Captain Sauce? I remember when he started playing Battle Cats. This was like a couple of months after I started playing the game. Though with Captain Sauce, I haven't really kept up with his like videos since like 2018, I want to say. So he's definitely uploaded some stuff that I've missed. Oh yeah, also, welcome Dragon Trooper to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. You know, funny enough, I actually managed to have a couple of people that I know in person get reintroduced to Battle Cats because I was telling them about how I play the game on YouTube for a living. Oh, I did not mean to fire that. Or, well, maybe not for a living, but like I just do it on YouTube because I enjoy the game and I'm very passionate about it. And I also just so happen to make a little bit on the side. Oh, that's rough. But I'm glad that you managed to get back into the game and get that far into the game. And I hope you can get further. Oh, what was that? I spamming A. Shit, I want to go back to see. Okay, it's just this menu. I think I'm going to get more study. Yeah, I do intend on doing more. I currently have another project that I am currently working on at the moment. And I feel like that one is gonna take me just a couple of extra days to work on, because it is gonna be a bit of a longer project. I'm not exactly sure how long it's gonna be. I want to say it might be a 15 to 20 minute video, but like no promises on that. Also, congrats on beating Cats of the Cosmos Chapter 3. Hmm. 2014. It's probably the it's definitely like basically a day one account for an English save. Now, there's actually like an older version of the Battle Cats that used to be like available, but it was taken down for a little bit of time, and then I guess re-released. I don't know exactly what version, like Japanese version, it was based on, but it was definitely a lot more than the previous version, which just had like Empire of Cats. With the what? Yeah. It was taken down for being too spicy. Oh, the Cutter Cat caught. I did not see it because I was taking a sip of water. Speaking of water, make sure you're staying hydrated. It's very important to stay hydrated. Ooh, the double combo. Yeah, Piggy's description was one of the craziest ones. It's just straight up called Elizabeth. Probably one of the most wild things I've seen. I think the ultimate end goal for me in this game is to just get every single possible unit, like including all the Ubers. Elizabeth, for real. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of dudes up here. Snip. Listen, if I was sponsored by water, if water came to my house, or they sent me something, they're like, yo, if you promote water, I will give you this some cash. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. But also, yeah, you know, Twitch is honestly a platform I don't really use a whole lot. There's like maybe a total of like 3 or 4 streamers I watch most. Nova Pro's Gym here. Bro, I remember, you know, even when I was like first getting into the game, for some or when I was a little bit into the game, I never really liked Nova Pro's content. No, I still remember the days. Watch. Average Lucas, the 4th watcher. Yeah, Lucas is like one of the 4 Twitch streamers I watch. Yeah, Battle Cat's content is not that, like, varied. And even then, like, even now, I think there could definitely be, like, I maybe, like, I want to say room for, like, more unique sorts of content. But, like, it's kind of hard to do that with a game like this. And honestly, part of the reason why I wanted to make Battle Cat's content in the first place was because I wanted to, like, you know, throw in, like, my, like, sort of sense of, like, I don't want to say video style, but, like, I want to say, like, throw in, like, my own sort of, like, taste in, like, video, or, like, taste in, I don't know, just something different than what most other Battle Cats YouTubers do. And of course, I don't have any shade against them, it's just, I find Battle Cat's content on YouTube can get a bit stale at times. You know, I'm gonna be honest and just say, I do use Twitter. I do have a Twitter account. Although, Silverman Tomcat or Jones, oh, didn't mean to hit my mic. I sometimes debate I'm gonna be honest and just say, I sometimes debate with myself on whether I should just stay following them. But that's just because I'm just gonna say that I'm trying to word this in a way where they have some pretty interesting retweets. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, I do appreciate the comment about how you think I'm a pretty interesting Battle Cat content creator. I just sort of, like, make the content out of my passion for the game, because I definitely do think that being able to have, like, unique, like, ideas in the like, I feel like there's a lot of potential for content that I don't find a lot of, like, actual Battle Cats YouTubers really, like, do. Like, but I try not to think about, like, I sometimes have a hard time wording some of the things I want to, like, say. But, like, I just sort of, like, make the content I'm passionate about. What was my favorite subject in school? My favorite subject has been, like, the maths. I was the math kid. I was one of the math kids in school. And, like, I always did good in math classes. And geometry really was, like, the only, like, subject I struggled with. But, like, when it came to things like when it came to, like, money, or, like, powers, or, like, anything like that, I was really good at. And actually, speaking of money and sorts of that, I'm actually going to, I'm going to college, whenever the next college year starts, to, take an accounting program. And I definitely think that will be pretty interesting. thank you. Thank you for the good luck wishes. You know, I guess while we're still on the topic of like school subjects, what was everyone's least favorite school subject? Focusing. It's not what Jones posts, it's rather what Jones retweets. English? I wasn't really that big of a fan of English courses, not because I didn't understand the material, I just found it wasn't the sort of thing that I enjoyed. Oh, also to answer your question about what's happening to what would happen to the channel, I think when I get closer to like the actual time where I do go to college, I'm gonna like make an update video. But what I have in my mind now is that, excuse me, sorry, I still want to try like maybe getting like one video a week out. Like the frequency of uploads is definitely gonna decrease. But I do, like, want to try getting at least one video out a week. And actually, you know, with the recent, like, update to YouTube Shorts, where it's actually become, you know, it's a lot more incentivized to do YouTube Shorts, I could actually, like, if I couldn't, like, have, like, a longer form video out by, like, the end of the week or something, I could always just, like, make a YouTube Short or two. Because there's, like, actual reason to really make shorts now because of the changes to YouTube Shorts monetization. Welcome, Plastics. Welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Or Plastic. No, I can respect that. Me, I'm kind of the same. I wasn't that, like, I don't have a subject where I absolutely hate, but there is some where it's just like, it's not the type of subject for me. Well, I play a mini game for, yo, thanks for the follow, Lava. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Also, to answer the question about the minigame, I have to figure out how to get to the minigames first. Then I might play a minigame. Well, I appreciate you letting me know you enjoy my videos. You know, comments like that, they really do touch me in, like, a good way. It's always a nice motivator. Am I planning on streaming more? I do hope, I really want to stream more, but the main issue is, like, it's just, like, I can't stream, like, earlier in the day, because there's children that live at my house, and they get pretty noisy. So I usually have to relegate my streams to the night, though I do want to stream more. And actually, since I have my new mic, which comes with like a boom arm, I'm hoping to do more like stuff with like my actual computer streams, because another game I've been thinking about streaming is like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, and like doing high rounds on Origins. What's my favorite deadly boss stage? I'll get back to that question in a minute. I'd have to think about it. Playing TF2 too much? I get it. I think I have almost 2,000 hours on TF2. Battlecast Card is crazy. I mean, you wouldn't think someone who mainly makes videos about the Battle Cats also so happens to play lots of COD. But, you know, within some of my videos, I actually put music from, like, that's featured in Call of Duty Zombies. And I'm not sure how many people actually know it's from that. But I find the music is just so good. And I just want to put it in my videos because I enjoy them so much. Battle Cats Unite fun. I mean, it's basically just the Battle Cats, but you're using a controller. And then some. Yeah, Lucas, I do know... I was looking through his shorts recently, and I just see the one video with the demo flower. Alright, see you around, Pizza Cat. October stream some horror games. That could be pretty interesting. That would be an interesting idea, to stream horror games. From what I've heard, SOL ends with Lil Neandem, which I think is pretty interesting. Yeah, Stories of... I'm currently going through Stories of Legend on my Japanese save, which I post updates about it on my Twitter. Semi-frequent updates on my Twitter, and I'm getting pretty close to Lord Neandem on there. And I've recently gotten Courier. The only stage... The only stage I've had any difficulty with was Utopia's Over There, but that's just because I didn't have, like, a lot of good critical hit units. Death animation is smooth. How did I get a Japanese save? I forgot what the app was called, but, like, I could make, like, a tutorial on, like, how to get a Japanese save, or like a Japanese version of the Battle Cats. It's not that hard, honestly. I just forgot what the app was called. Where I didn't mean to fire the cannon. I keep accidentally hitting the right trigger button, the right bumper button. Yeah, I think it was called like Quo app, because that's how I did it. Area 22. Area 22. I think it, like... I didn't get to Area 22 in my main save until after I beat Pets of the Cosmos Chapter 3. So, it was really funny, just, like, being able to do, like, these hard stages, like, these hard at the time stages with, like, 3 units. Not even then. Oh. It must be... It is midnight. Well, that means we get a cat ticket. Alright, let's go, X-Cat. Alright, I'm gonna put it in the storage. And I guess I'll go unlock X-Cat to get the plus level. Yeah, 10k cat food. The game just gives you 10,000 cat food at the start. We go here. And hit that. Catalyte, yeah. Catalyte, I like using Catalyte. Catalyte's a pretty fun unit to use. Oh, hey, look, it's the song that used to be my old outro. My old outro music, before I changed it. Yeah, it's a very good idea to grind out your Cats of the Cosmos treasures before, like, continuing through Cats of the Cosmos. Alright. Alright, so... a little bit more of a pickle than I thought I'd be in. Oh. Alright, never mind. Oh. Do that real quick, and boom. The pile drive, you know, actually, speaking on pile driver, because zombies enemies don't exist in this version, I wonder what they did with, like, welterweight. I wonder what they did with them. Like, well, yeah, welterweight. If they're in the game at all. Does Unite ever get... I don't think they have updated it much. I think there might have been, like, some minor updates. But that was it. Kind of like how Paddle Cats Pop for the 3DS wasn't really updated. And how the final boss of that game was Run. And actually, fun fact, the Cats of the Cosmos stages are based on the stages that are found in the 3rd chapter of Cats of the Cosmos. Not Cats of the Cosmos, the 3rd chapter of Battle Cats Pop. Or at least the locations are. I'd say wait for Fate. Wait for Fate to go guaranteed. Because it's really risky to do non-guarantees. And Fate is a collab that I don't know, I don't think it's been in the Japanese version at the very least for like a couple of years. So wait until that goes guaranteed. Especially because you get the chance of getting Saber, who, from what I've heard, is like one of the best, anti-floating Ubers in like the game. All right, here we go. The halfway point. Yeah, rare tickets on the Fest banners and cat food on guarantee. You know, in my main save, I've been really struggling to get user rank for Super Feline. Like, I think I'm at 1300 something user rank. But, like, there's literally, like, no other units that I can unlock besides, like, Uber Rares to get extra user rank. And I did the math, and I think I still need, like, 50-some new units. Which is, like, oh, that's not good. Alright. It really is. I'm currently trying to work on unlocking Luza, and I genuinely think that I'm gonna get Luza like months before I get Super Feline's shoe form. Just because of that ridiculous UR requirement. Also, with like the fake collab, I really hope the Fate collab comes to EN. Like, part of the reason because I want, like, Saber and all that, but, like, the other reason is I just want new units for user rank, just so I can make it go towards Super Feline. Yeah, Luza's requirements, they're pretty crazy, but, like, it's actually worth all those cubes, because Luza is literally a relic buster. Like, almost pretty much every single relic enemy just dies to Luza. Luza is, Great Ape Luza is, the big monkey, and, it's the unit that you unlock after beating Uncanny Legends. Is Saber worth trying to get when I'd say Saber's still worth. I heard Saber has really good DPS against floating enemies. For Luza, I have all the purple cubes and the red cubes. I think I still need a lot of yellow and blue, but I do know I need less than 10 green cubes, because I have a giant, like, the mega green cube. What do I do once I've beaten UL? I guess grind cubes, and do start UL, because there really isn't much else for me to do in the game at that point. And it's just me waiting for more Zero Legends chapters to come out. I think I have those. Yeah. I mainly prepared for all the UL true forms that weren't Luza. And I think I literally just got the cubes I needed to get by the time the update came around. And so I just had to wait for Mining Epic to come around. But my goodness. Oh, the dynamites are around. Alright. We are... Oh, that was a minigame. Hold up. We got a minigame. Alright, what is this one? Okay. Alright, so just collect stuff. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait. That was an obstacle. Oh. Ooh. Damn. 100,000 experience. 2 cat CPUs. Yeah. Gen 4 Volcano. I mean, I have loadouts that can consistently beat those stages. It's just really annoying. Mainly because you can only do the stages once a day. Like, I'd be willing to play the stages multiple times a day. Like, the cube stages. If they were available for multiple times a day. But the fact that they're only once a day, it's mainly just about how it's gonna take forever to get all the stones you need. Oh. I was gonna say welcome to the chat, Lying Honor, and I hope you enjoy your stay. But thanks for the follow as well. Also, that is a very good question. Who does use the Battle Cats Unite topic? I don't think anyone would actually... Most people wouldn't use that. A W, man. Alright. Got this stuff maxed out. I think I'm just gonna max that out. We basically have free reign to max, like, some stuff out. You know, I've been grinding stages, like the stone stages, almost daily since, I want to say like August or something. And I still don't have all the stone true forms. Me personally, I can't really say anything about Is, because I don't have them. So, if anyone in chat has Is, they could help answer Lava's question. Oh yeah, I guess we have bean cats too as well. Yeah, we gotta sort to... Actually, you know what? I'll do this after I do 10 rare tickets. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna spend 5 tickets on Nekaluga, and I'm gonna spend 5 tickets on Dynamites. Oh. Do I think behemoths are behemoths are definitely an interesting concept, but I want to say that because of Courier's existence, the meta kind of revolves around them and leaves like 90% of the current behemoth slayers to not be too useful. I mean, my Courier video kind of goes into more detail about how I feel about behemoths in general. But that's basically the short of it. Viking cat. Nekaluga. I feel like the only 2 behemoth enemies I genuinely, actually 3 behemoth enemies I have a problem with are Rajakon, Tarawel, and Mega Mojo. Now Mega Mojo might be just because it's partly because of recency bias, but also the fact that if you don't have any of the UL true forms, or you don't have Luza or whatever, then it's straight up like nearly impossible to take out Mega Mojo without crap ton of like investment in like Itty or something. Also, see you around, Drew. I hope you enjoy whatever you have to do, or I just hope you have a good time. Or thanks for coming out. Alright, let's do these tickets on Dynamites, and then we will continue. Yeah, no, the problem with, like, Behemoth, like, the Behemoth units, is that unless they're stat-based, like how Courier and Mushroom are, then, like, almost all of them are gonna be bad. Like, the only Behemoth Slayer where I could really think would be useful that isn't Mushroom or Courier is Gelato Bros. Because Gelato Bros has higher DPH than Courier, surprisingly enough, and their utility is pretty good. I definitely think that for Mega Majo, I think if it was an enemy that was like introduced a bit later, then I would be alright with it. But it's partly because actually I have more of an issue with Mega Majo on mining Epic than on the ZL stage, because at least for that stage, you're kind of expected to have higher upgrade units or whatever, but on mining Epic, where you need to get good counters for units like Mega Majo, you have to fight Mega Majo in the first place. It's a similar problem with Rajakan, because Rajakan, because to have a good counter with like Mushroom against Rajakan, you have to fight Rajakan at least once. Yeah, Haniwa Cat is pretty good. And it's a little bit of a spoiler for the No Gacha series, but I used Haniwa on the stage, and I gotta say that it did a pretty good damn job of what it was supposed to do. Alright, let's get our extra cat food. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to get pink cat. Did I miss? Oh wait, no, normal. No, I'll just filter by it. I'll go from there. For me, I think another, like, my main issue, like, I personally never really struggled with Mega Majo. Apologies about that. But I never really struggled with Mega Majo, but that's because I had, like, Ganesha, Amaterasu, and all that stuff, which is really very powerful against Mega Majo. But, like, for players who don't have those units, they are going to hate fighting Mega Majo. And a level 40 Haniwa tank a little risk. Oh, actually, hold up. Let me... Alright. Well, good luck on your forensics tournament, and I hope you enjoyed your stay here. There's no fish, man. There's no pizza. It's interesting. Alright. Yeah, Haniwa does have that nice niche of being able to actually tank a wild doge hit. Now that I think about it, I could probably put, like, Little Valkyrie Dark onto the loadout, because I will be able to have enough wallet to get her. Yeah, Courier can also easily juggle Wild Doge. how has the weather been treating everyone recently? I've gotten a lot of snow recently, and it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow, which I'm not exactly fond of. I don't like winter. I'm not a winter type of guy. I like my summer heat. Yeah, it's gonna be bloody cold. And I'm not excited for the cold weather that we're getting tomorrow. Like, I think it's going to, like... Australian summer. You know, from what I've heard, Australian winters aren't that bad. At least compared to here in Canada. And, like, I live in, I want to say, maybe not as warm as the West Coast, but, like, a relatively warm part of the country, and our winters are still pretty brutal here. Funny thing is that it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow, and then after the cold front or whatever comes through, it's supposed to be like above 0 for like 5 days straight. Granted, they're calling for lots of snow within that time period, but the fact that it's supposed to be above 0 is fascinating, especially after it's gonna be like minus 30 outside. I think it was summer of 2019 or 2020, where we had, like, an extended period of, like, extreme warmth. Like, temperatures were easily, like, 36, 37 degrees, with, like, 45 degrees with the humidex. Like, it's something that, like, just melts your skin away. The main thing I don't like about winter is just all the snow. I don't like walking through snow. And I guess the extreme cold, but like, I rarely get like extremely cold days where I could just bundle up in like some gloves, maybe a coat, some boots, and it would be good enough. But it's just the snow. Like, the snow has been especially bad this year because like the snowbanks that are around me, they are so high. Like, some of the snowbanks I've seen just by like walking through the streets are like almost twice as tall as I am. That's how bad the snow has been. Also, speaking of snow, I think it's fascinating how they have the winter background for Monaco instead of the usual beach background. My favorite season is probably spring, and then either summer or autumn, depending on, like, actually no, I'd probably say autumn, then summer, then winter. Because for me, like, where I, like, winter, like, the winter cold usually tends to last from, like, January all the way up to, like early April. Then I get about a month or two of relative nice weather where it's, like, 15 degrees outside. And then all of a sudden, like, late May or whatever, we just get this huge swath of, like, gross, humid, like, 30-plus degree, 40-degree heat with the humidex. I don't know why, like that shift happens so rapidly, but it's like, can you at least give me another month of nice spring warmth? I don't need summer warmth. Allergies, yeah, that can be a pain. I don't really have any allergies, but I can see how allergies could make a season like spring not favorable for someone. Spain. The stage with a lot of crocodiles. Pink eye. Sounds like a pain. A lot of stuff flying up my screen. I'll wait for the cannon to charge up. Alright. This. Let's go. And boom. Seal has been built. Lot of crocodiles. Eventually, we'll get this base down. A lot of crocodiles. I think I accidentally entered the swamps of Florida. Alright, there we go. Treasure grinding. I think, yeah, treasure grinding is probably one of the few things I don't like about this game. Though, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think when I think what I'm gonna do about the treasure grinding for this game in particular, I think I'm just gonna do it off stream. I think that's the one thing about this game I'm gonna do off stream is the treasure grinding. Yeah, you really could use that, buy that many treasure radars, because, I mean, in my Japanese save, I think I just bought the returner package, because I didn't want to play through the Pirate Cats again. That's like this like sloggiest part of the game, which is like, especially when you're getting back into it, like a new save or whatever. Alright, let's get some more accounting. It's gonna be pretty big. And let me actually change up the loadout, because I now have enough wallet upgrade to actually get low Valkyrie Dark into the loadout. And I think I'm gonna take out Mallet for Marauder. Welcome back, Lava. Right. We're currently on Germany. We're over halfway done this chapter. You know, in my Japanese save, Little Valkyrie Dark was one of the first Ubers. How did I get Battle Cats Unite? I bought it online, and I bought it from I bought it from Walmart, like the Walmart online website. And I went into Walmart after they said they got the item, and I had to wait a day because I think it was like still in transfer or something after they told me they got it. So I went back earlier today and got it then. The strange thing about the Battle Cats Unite is that it's not available on the eShop for some reason. I don't know why you can only get like a physical copy of it. I was originally planning on buying the game from Amazon, but it turned out to be slightly cheaper on Walmart, so I just got it there. Yeah, it's available in like East Asia, but like East and South Asia or whatever, but it's not available here in the Americas. In the eShop for some reason. And I'm really confused by that, because like they have the game in English, right? But it's not available in the eShop. Yeah, like, and again, like, it's also available in the Japanese store, but I don't know why it's not available in, like, some of the other eShops, even though you can get, like, a physical copy of it. I wonder if it... I wonder if it's like there's any sort of like weird thing that either A, doesn't allow them to do it, or just B, they just didn't feel like doing it. Alright, catnip chance. Alright, we got ourselves a minigame. Alright, what is this minigame? Alright. Alright. Oh, crap. Get off my wall. Boom. Alright. Rich cat. And a rare ticket. Let's go. Oh, something's in the missions. 5 cat stitches. Alright, let's go draw the dynamites. Wow, we already have Pogo Cat. Pretty level. Do this real quick. Boom. Denmark. No, I don't think talents are in this game. You know, I wonder why they got rid of zombie enemies in this version. Like, zombie enemies, I mean, I guess they only really appeared in, like, late Stories of Legend and the Outbreaks, but since there's no Outbreaks and Stories of Legend, I think, ends with Little Neandam, there's just no point in having zombie enemies in the game. Yeah, just as I was saying, I figured it would be for that reason. Volter. Okay, if Volter is in this game, then I'm curious as to what Volter does. Like, do they have a new ability, or do they just not have an ability at all? They do. I do know they have cat ticket stages, but the cat ticket stages like Siege of Hippo and Facing Danger, they give rare tickets. This made Volter an LD attacker. Interesting. New cat waiting to be upgraded. It's not bondage cat, it's bound cat. wanna look something up. I wanna look at the Google Play Store for a moment. Oh, okay, it's rated teen on the Google Play Store. Welcome to the chat. Always classic Nintendo's shit. Yeah. I just went to go grab something. Also, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Oh, seems like we're getting some more guests. Welcome everyone to who has just arrived. I went to grab like the box for the game. I wanted to see if I could find an ESRB rating on it, but I'm not sure if they put those on Switch. I would assume they put them on like Switch labels, but I just can't find it on here. I do hope that I can stream some more of this, like, tomorrow. Though I might be busy with working on some things. So if I can wiggle some room into my schedule to stream some of this, I definitely will. But Yo, thanks for the follow. That makes sense. That makes sense as to why there's no rating in front of the box. Like that, we've defeated Norway. I mean, like, the English version of the game is really only available in, like, Southeast, like, Eastern Asia, like, some Southeast Asian countries or whatever. But it is pretty cool. Yeah, so, yeah, because I have the, I opened up the inside. There's a nice little art piece of, like, lizard cat roasting a little kebab on the barbecue. And, yeah, the customer support here is the, Asian branch of Bandai's support email. What about your Battle Cat save? The little cat food cans or the bag doesn't spawn anymore? You're not seeing that? Oh, which unit? The the one that's doing the kick, that's a Taekwondo cat. Oh, second. Yeah, this guy, Taekwondo cat. And for the mobile oh, on the right, this one, that's Lil Valkyrie Dark. Kung Fu cat at home. There we go. Is there any recent like TV shows or anything like that that you guys have watched? I'm not much of a TV type of guy or like a show type of guy, but is there any that you've seen recently that you haven't seen before? Yeah, Breaking Bad, instant classic. Better Call Saul. Definitely say some avid observers of certain elements of my videos, or a certain element in my video have noticed something. Yeah, Unity is always a banger. It's always a banger when it comes on, but I think it's just not used because there's like other songs that are more recent. But like this was the song. This is the song that you would hear whenever you're like looking for copyright-free music. Like this was always like one of the first ones that show up. Or if you're just watching a random video, this is usually the song that just came up. Yeah. Come on. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Alan Walker's Fade. You know, it's very interesting that like the YouTube version of the song is like slightly different from the version I hear in like certain other places like Spotify. I've always been curious about that, as to why there's like two slightly different versions of the song. Where are the unit levels? Everyone besides the basic cat is level 1. I guess maybe there was an element. Maybe the fat rat wanted to change some stuff up. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also have a plus level on Axe Cat and a plus level on Poco Cat. But besides those two, everyone's level 1. It's gonna keep screaming at me at I have a new unit until I look at Queen Cat. No, 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 it's not Dom Cat, it's Queen Cat. Play, for real. The kids in this kid-friendly game. Meanwhile, the Aku Cyclone, I don't think is floating. I'm pretty sure it's just a pure Aku enemy. Yeah. You know, getting back to the topic about certain things that have been removed from this game from like a couple of minutes ago. I've been curious. It's very interesting that like certain tree forms like Pizza or Fishman were removed from the game, but you have units that came out after those two tree forms were released, like the Grandin units being in this game. Whenever they remember, like, there's some things about this game that they've removed. Probably the most impactful removal. Switch limitation. I wouldn't really think it was like a limitation of the Switch. Because I'm sure the game would be able to handle like maybe a couple, like 100 megabytes or so more of like unit assets. Alright, Lolcat Catcher. Alright, let's get these Lolcats. Slippy. Oh, we're slipping. Oh, don't want the dumbbell. Oh, we got little axes flying. Oh, I'm slipping. Oh, we lost the gold. Get the cow. Get the gold. Alright. Alright, we got the ticket. You know, I think at some point, maybe tomorrow, I think I might add more songs to this copyright-free like playlist that I use for these sorts of streams. Because I think the playlist is like 2.5 hours. And I want to be able to have more music in this. And I guess while I have music on my mind, what's a song that you find yourself listening a lot to recently? If there is a song that you've been listening to a lot recently. Sweet field. Wallet. Deltarune remixes? Deltarune has some pretty good music in it. Flow. Now, I don't think that's an artist I've heard of. A song I've been listening to a lot recently is One Thing at a Time by Morgan Wallen. Japanese rock, yeah, it's probably why I haven't heard of it. I might check them out at some point. Wait a minute, I don't think that's the right castle. Wait a minute. Welcome back. This just in. Bermuda has stolen the Statue of Liberty. At what point should you be doing that? Honestly, I'd say you want to, like, do the early stages as soon as, like, maybe you get, like, some of the crazed cats. Or, like, after you make some progress in the game where you can get true forms at the very least, and have some true forms, is when you want to start doing the early stages for the Aku realms. But some of the stages can get very tricky. This is a crossover episode. Yeah. Yeah, don't you know? Bermuda has the Statue of Liberty. That, honestly, even having all the Manitou forms, I think is a good place to really start, Aku realms, because, especially with the, because of the Aku altar, Manic units are one of the best units you could bring to those. Oh wait, what was the base for New York? I can pop in after this real quick to see what base they had. There we go. Yeah, Manic Eraser is like honestly on the same tier as Awakened Bahamut in terms of importance. Like Manic Eraser is unironically like one of the most important units to have in the game. Yeah, Lilland's shoe form goes bonkers. Shield piercing surge. Truly a devastating combo. Yeah. Okay, let's pop into New York real quick to see what's going on over there. What? Wait. Wow. They both have the Statue of Liberty. Why does both Bermuda and who did this? Who did this? I can't say much about Sataru, but I do have Amakusa's true form, and they're a pretty good unit. They're a pretty good anti-Aku. Also, I think their combo with I think it's Awakened Musashi and Manic Chimera is one of the most interesting combos I have ever seen. Yo, thank you for the follow, Wind Jackal. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Cyclops. Yo, thanks for the follow, Battlecats Nerd. I hope you enjoy your stay here. What does the combo do? I think it's an accounting large combo. I think that's what the combo does. Cyclops, I'm personally not that big of a fan of Cyclops. He was my only anti-Aku Uber for a while, and I did not like using him. Yeah, I'd say if you're able to, just try to invest in your other anti-Aku Ubers. Because trust me, once you use those Ubers, you'll never want to use Cyclops again. What's the unit next to Valkyrie? Marauder Cat. That's it's a Marauder Cat. Has a chance to land critical hits. I really like this on him. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. There's a new cat waiting to be upgraded. Oh, Kung Fu Cat. Where is he? Alright, I think I will upgrade. Just get some base health upgrade. You know, the energy upgrade in this version feels almost useless. Like, at least for the first, like, little bit of the game. You know, funny thing, I didn't have Can until I was a couple of sub-chapters in Uncanny Legends. Or not Can, like not even Can, like Hip Hop Cat. I didn't even pull Hip Hop Cat until I was in UL. So I went throughout the entirety of Stories of Legend without ever using Can. You know, I think I'll just unlock all of these. And then probably actually, hold up. I think I'm gonna put 2 levels into her just so she can do more wave damage. And then I might actually, yeah, I'll probably upgrade Fish a little bit and then just upgrade Basic Cat to level 10. And upgrade Tank as much as I can. What is the best Uber in my opinion? I only have 5 best Ubers between my Japanese and English save. So there's some of them I can't comment on about, though I don't have Dazzly, but I think she's universally agreed to be like the best Fest Uber in the game, if not one of the best Ubers in the game in general. I think it has something to do with her crazy surge DPS. Oh yeah, also, welcome to the chat, Battlecats Nerd. But of the best Fest Ubers I have between my English and Japanese save, I'd probably say it's kind of hard. I'd probably say Miko Mitama. Either Miko Mitama or Gothic Mitama. Because the Fest Ubers I have... Oh wait, actually no, I have 6 Fest Ubers, but I don't have one of them upgraded at all in my Japanese save. In my English save, I have regular Gao, both Mitamas, and regular Garu. In my Japanese save, I have Dark Tanyan and Dark Aegis Garu, but I don't have Dark Aegis Garu upgraded at all, so I can't really comment about him. Take Marauder out. Throw in probably Swimmer, just so I can have that extra rusher to go along with Cutter. Dart can be pretty useful on some of the manic stages. Oh, oh, that's rough. That's rough to see. I think my two most complete sets are the Almighties and Dark Heroes. I think I'm literally missing 2 Ubers from each of those sets. I know for the Almighties, I'm missing Lucifer and Kronos. And for Dark Heroes, I don't exactly remember who I'm missing, but I know I'm missing 2 of the Ubers from there. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I have Schengen in my Japanese save, and oh my god, he's only at like level 19, but like, being able to deal that much damage and have that much health while going through into the future was probably a godsend. Yeah, he's busting. Gravolodon is another fun unit. I like using Gravolodon. Superior coffee beans. Let's go. We are going deep into the jungles of Brazil. Lasvos, I don't know much about. I don't have Lasvos again, so I can't really commentate about how good Lasvos is. But I've heard Lasvos is really good on like actual boss stages because of his absurd damage potential, but in a lot of stages, it's kind of tricky to use him. Fire cannon, upgrade the wallet. Ah, it's gory. Yeah, Lasvos' true form, I know, is like pretty crazy. I think it's like a gold cat fruit and like 10 relic fruit or something like that. Or there was 10 relic seeds. It was one of the 2. Oh, and the moth is dead. Beautiful. You know, my friend who is currently on Empire of Cats Chapter 2, because he recently started playing, got Pi from the like oh wait, minigame. It wasn't even like, oh, was it epic? Oh, also welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my friend was recently got into Battle Cats. He's on Chapter 2 of Empire of Cats. And I told him to do the 11 draw, not the 11 draw, the setup draw, because he had enough cat food to do it. And it wasn't even the guarantee. It wasn't even like the guaranteed Uber at the end of the setup. And my friend got Pi. And like I was just like, bro, you got like the best anti-red Uber in the game. Just like, red enemies will kneel at your feet. He used her on a level that had a seal on it. And Pai was still level 1 on Empire of Cats Chapter 2. Seal was instantly dead. Like, there was no competition there. Anyways, we have a minigame to play. Oh, it's this one. I know this one. Get off my wall! Out of here! Oh, why is there so many of them? Oh, we get 3 rewards, yay. Alright, we got rare ticket. Alright, which set do you think we should pull? Should we pull Nickalugas or Dynamites? You know, I don't have a legend rare. After all this time, I still don't have a singular legend rare. My nephew has Akuma. He got a legend rare before I did. I think my nephew is currently on Into the Future Chapter 3, and he got Akuma. Alright. Everyone's saying Dynamites. Also, there is no Lasvos in this version. Anyways, let's see what we get. Come in, cat. Alright, let's go. 200 cat food, I think that's what it said. Alright. Argentina. Where's Lasvos? Didn't make it. Lasvos didn't make the cut. Actually, I'm pretty sure this game came out, like, shortly before Lasvos came out, I want to say. I think this game originally came out in, like, late 2019 in Japan. I think. Someone would have to fact check that for me, but I'm pretty sure that's when the game released in Japan. You know, I swear if I managed to pull, like, Dazzly or a legend rare in my no gotcha save before I got one in either my Japanese or English save, I would just cry. Like, I've already pulled Aphrodite and Gothic Mitama in my no gotcha save. Though I did already have them in my English save by that point, so I was like, alright. But if I pulled, like, Dazzly or Legend Rare, I think it would just be over for me. Oh. Oh, you... I mean... I don't encourage that sort of behavior. But that's what we like to call getting up to a little bit of tomfoolery, selling Dazzly. Selling Dazzly. Selling your friends Dazzly. That's what we call participating in a little bit of tomfoolery. If I did, I got... Bro, honestly, I feel like it would just be on like an on-the-spot moment, because I don't really record stuff from my no gotcha save outside of levels. But like if I rolled like Dazzly or a legend rare, I would just like on the spot just like hit the record button and just sit there being dumbfounded for like 3 minutes and just call that a video. Oh, we now have the war gods. Let's go. There they are. Beef. Low Valkyrie waves do be satisfying. What device am I playing? I'm playing on the Switch. Also, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Also, thanks for the follow. Hit Switch, of course. Phono. I feel like I want to say Phono comes really close to outclassing Dazzly. I feel like it's hard for me to comment about Phono because from what I've seen people say Phono is really, really good, but no, there's not too much I know about Phono, mainly because it hasn't really been ported over to the international versions yet, but I feel like I've heard Phono was really good. Yeah, that's sort of what the main issue is. Like, Phono has absurd damage, but is like it's harder to use than Dazzly because of the way Phono works. Though I feel like its Epic version, like its Epic Fest version, is going to be absolutely insane. Because keep in mind that the Epic Fest versions have higher base stats to compensate for the lack of traits that they target. Well, besides Dazzly, but we don't count Dazzly. Phono is like, the main thing about Phono is because it's kind of like Nala, where Phono's attack isn't all in one area, but it's spread out across multiple ranges. So, some enemies don't receive the full damage. Version 7 point something. You know, funny enough, version 7 point, like one of the 7 point updates, like version 7, was the first time I had a hiatus on the game before I came back to it when it was like 9.3, I think. And I'm glad that you've gotten back into the game. There is definitely some stuff that that is very important to catch up on. Because when I got back into the game, like, I was missing a year and a half of content. There's like almost like 5 years worth of content that needs to be caught up. And like, it's can definitely be daunting at times, but I am glad that people are finding their way back to this game. I feel like Mitama, like Gothic Mitama, and Rayleigh Mitama, like, one has like multiple traits, the other has targets traitless, but also has weaken. And that extra weaken really does help Gothic Mitama stand out from her Uberfest counterpart. And for Gao, I think the thing that made him stand out was massive damage instead of Strawn, and freeze instead of crit. Alright, I was gonna upgrade stuff. But I don't know, I haven't really used Gao all that much. But from the few times I have used Gao, I'd say Gao's pretty good. I think part of the reason why regular Gao might be better than, like, Shadow Gao is, like, I think it's just because of the strong ability, giving it effectively higher base stat total. Like, effectively a higher stat total. Or, yeah, a higher stats because the multipliers from strong. Oh yeah, I forgot Gao was actually... I forgot that Gao was pretty expensive. Like, Gao costs the same as the funny dragonfish. Honestly, the matchup against Rost, I think, was part of the reason why, like, so many people regarded Shadow Gao. Well, I mean, people regarded Shadow Gao as, like, a top-tier Uber because he was literally the only unit that was dedicated to fighting straightless enemies at the time. And especially enemies like Rost. But, I mean, Shadow Gao's place in the meta has definitely decreased with new additions to the anti-traitless meta. He's still very valuable, but it's just... it's not as valuable as before. Yeah, honestly... Dahlia's in, like, he doesn't even have a true form, and he's already, like, one of the best Dragon Emperors. Like, just imagining him with a true form. Like, what kind of stat increase, or, like, what kind of stats could they give him? Really? Like, are they gonna, like... I don't feel like they would go on the extreme end of doing the Aphrodite treatment, where it's just some more HP and that's it. I feel like a slight increase to Savage Blow chance, and maybe a little bit of extra attack and HP is the route that I could see them going with Dalizin's true form. I feel like the universal consensus on the best Ubers is like 90% of people would say Dazzly is the best Uber. Yeah, that's just a cost reduction. Honestly, even if Dalizin literally just got a cost reduction in his true form, I think that would still make him objectively better because you don't have to worry as much about dropping some cash on the wallet. And you can still build wallet while still having a level 1 wallet. The killer fish from the Uncle Daisenso. You know, Dowdy is in on both my English and Japanese save. I pulled from the Colossus Buster. I don't know, I feel like I don't have much of an issue with Warlock and Pier's cost. I mean... cheesing stage. It's kind of like Schengen. Like, they both are absurdly strong, but they're also both very expensive. So, like, you have to actually work to build up wallet to get all that strength. Although, Schengen in his true form is kind of, like, is pretty funny because of his cost of downtowns, just allowing you to get. I think he becomes like slightly cheaper than Bahamut, if I remember correctly. Hold on, I'm cooking some. All right, let's see if I can cook this. Hold up, we're cooking. We're cooking. Ooh, we're cooking tonight. We are cooking. Also, I just realized it's snowing in Mexico. I'm pretty sure most parts of the country, if not, I'm pretty sure most parts of the country don't get snow. Funny surgeon cat. Pretty sure surgeon, like, man, I just wish Courier didn't have a stranglehold in the beginning of that, like, meta. Like, if Courier wasn't as broken as he is, I feel like other Behemoth Slayers would actually have a chance to shine. But because of Courier's absurd strength, they kind of have to force the meta to cater to Courier compared to every other Behemoth Slayer. Okay, now that you mention that, I want to go see if Greenland was green. Let me go check. I think it was it green or was it snowing? What was Greenland? Okay, it was snowing in Greenland. You know, nothing will be as funny as the Statue of Liberty being in Bermuda. Nothing will top that. Yes, I do love going to Bermuda to see the famous Statue of Liberty. Bro, imagine if I just like... Oh, I'm sure. That's definitely a clip I'm including in the eventual stream highlights. I will eventually make a stream highlights of this, and that moment is definitely going in. Where we discover the grand moment of Bermuda also having a Statue of Liberty. Seems like the Americans didn't like their gift from the French, so they decided to give it to the British. But the British didn't want it on their homeland, so they just sent it to Bermuda. Yeah, I have. That's why I made the goal to be Empire of Cats Super 1. Oh, that is a good point to make there. I could throw that in as a fact. Go pile driver. Oh, I don't think. Oh, are we cooking tonight? We are cooking. Honestly, the pile driver came in clutch there. I gotta deal with the base before all these rhinos decide to pile up. Alright, go. Well, we got space rations. Let's go. Oh, we have a minigame. Oh, it's this one. Why are we slippery? Why are we slippy? We slippy like Luigi on ice. Oh. Okay, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, that's a dumbbell. No. Oh, no. Oh, I just missed. Oh, damn. Alright. Oh, rare ticket. And a cat ticket. Alright. Since we haven't pulled it before, I'm gonna go pull, War Gods. I feel like PvP from the mobile version would be, would be pretty hard to balance. Mainly because of, like, different people's plus levels and all that. Oh, look at that. The playlist has started to loop again. Oh, actually, honestly, I feel like the game could take like a Pokemon route where they limit the level, where they, like, if your units are above a certain level, they drag them down to that level. Like, let's say, like, level 30. Online, crazy. Like, let's say, like, standard play, I don't know, say, the max level is 30. Like, you can only have up to level 30 units, and any units that are above level 30 get dragged down to level 30. And, like, maybe you could have, like, different tiers. Or, like, you have, like, a level 30 rule set, a level 40 max rule set, and then a level 50 max rule set. Actually, yeah, maybe even level 20, because, like, for the, early game players, because of the fact that you don't get to level 30 till a little bit later in the game. I feel like having a few different level caps as possible options would allow, yeah, like, I think level 20, 30, 40, 50, and then unrestricted is, like, the perfect set of, like, levels for, like, a PvP version on the mobile version, like, PvP on the mobile version. And, like, maybe they can have special tournaments where it's, like, you're only allowed to use, let's say, you're only allowed to use units that can crit. or you're only allowed to use units that can knock back red enemies. Also, you know, with the PvP thing, that kind of reminds me. What, like, if they were to introduce PvP, I think it would be if they were somehow able to introduce PvP to the mobile version. Alright, see you around, Lava. And thank you for tuning in. But I was thinking, like, they could, like, it could be a cool way to bring back some of the PC Ubers as a way to promote the PvP mode. Because we know all those PvP units are lost in the sands of time. Although I'm pretty sure in 12.1 they sort of remade one of the PC Ubers, the Ultra Souls one. Either that or I think so, because like. Hello there. Well, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yo, thanks for the follow, my man. Always appreciate every follow. Alright, let's go. We got the normal slot machine. Alright, we're getting pretty close to finishing Empire of Cats. I'll just max out cannon attack power. And, also, I think I'll upgrade fish. And then... So probably upgrade fish, swimmer, and then slow level, just so we can deal a little bit extra damage against the face whenever we have to do that. Well, let's see, how much is it the same across? Okay. Oh, okay, it's snowing in Hollywood. Alright. Southern California, famous for its snow. We got ourselves a whale. We have approached the base. Let's go. Alrighty. This is what I'd like to see. Boom. I think there's 3 levels left, and then we are done with Empire of Cats. Yeah. I feel like they would want. I feel like base sets would make it more balanced, though I think it would make more sense for them to go with treasures. Ooh, that sounds cool. You know, Minecraft is a game I really only touch sometimes whenever I play it with friends. But I used to play Minecraft on the like the trial version of Minecraft on the Xbox 360 version, like literally like 10 years ago. No, Minecraft music is like Minecraft as a whole, but especially the music just hits different nowadays. Alright, I'm just gonna slowly build up wallet. Oh wait, I took out one of the bears, I think. Alrighty then. We got one more stage before the main event. Alright, we got... Honestly, this background's kind of fitting for Hawaii. This background works for Hawaii. Slowly making it towards the base. The big elephant in the room. There is no longer the elephant in the room. Alright, the main event. We have made it to the main event of the journey. We have made it to the moon. Alright. We made it to the moon in under 3.5. It is not. Oh, okay, this is not the moon. Alright, Okay, I don't remember the moon having an orange sky. Yeah, I know it's I think it's Iramite, but I just think it's funny how there's the clouds and there's clouds. I just think it's funny that this is supposed to be the moon, and despite that, this looks nothing like the moon. Oh, the sun. I mean, yeah. That's no moon. How do I have so much cat food? The game just gives you 10,000 cat food. As soon as you go into the game, it just gives you 10,000 cat food. Yeah, Cat God answered my prayers. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm the master. I got that Riz. I'm out here risen Cat God to give me his cat food. Alright, there we go. Now we can get Swimmer to get a hit or two in. Or Pile Driver could actually take a hit. Oh, Pile Driver can survive a hit. This is a certified high-speed moment. Alright, we got a hit from Swimmer. That's all that counts. That's all that matters. Out here dealing like 1,000 damage, I think. Oh, I forgot to put oh, my lizard's too low level. Never mind. If my lizard was a higher level, I would have thrown him on, Up. There he is. But here's the runner. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna wait for him to attack, and then we go for the robbery. Nice one. Yeah, the Battle Cats, the mobile version at the very least, is still getting updates. Just a couple of months ago, the Japanese version celebrated their 10th anniversary. 10k user rank. I'm currently at 13k on my mobile save. Slowly, but surely, I'll get Super Feline Street Form. I always get excited whenever there's a new collab around, because that means I get free user rank. I am desperate for user rank. Oh, the console version. Yeah, the console version is just, the Switch version is just tricky to get, because like you can't get it digitally on like the eShop. Oh, we did it. We beat the face. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's tricky to get this version because like you can't get it digitally from the eShop, and like it doesn't seem like any store sells the game. You have to get it online. And usually, depending on where you get it from, there's like, usually you might have to deal with like international shipping because this game's hard to come by in like the Americas. We are going to steal the moon! Oh, you're fighting the big monkey? Love the big monkey. Love Lisa. Alright. Oh, can we get a double? We got the double. Let's go! Let's go! Alright. What's the plan after this? What I had in mind was... Okay, I'm gonna pause the music just for the credits. For the credits here. But my plan after this... after the credits roll, I think I'm gonna do an 11 draw on each of the sets. Then I think I'm gonna end the stream there. But I really do want to like get through more of this game. What's the difference between mobile and console? There's actually quite a few differences. Probably the biggest one is that there's no zombie enemies. There is no zombie enemies in this game. Also, Stories of Legend, from what I've heard, ends at Lil Neandem. There's like 6 enemy traits and traitless enemies in total. So there's 7 traits total in this version. If I had to get, I'm pretty sure since this released like late 2019, I want to say they were using... Yeah, no, there's no relic enemies, there's none of that. Like, Stories of Legend ends at Lil Neandem, from what I've heard. There's also a lot of true forms that are missing. Like, some of you wouldn't think would be missing, but are. Because, like, you have, like, the Grandin units, which came like in what version? Was it like version 8 point something? But then you have true forms like Fishman or Pizza that came out before them, but aren't in this game. Yes, this is a physical copy. Because I cannot get the game digitally. Special stages unlocked. Whoa. A new adventure has appeared. Whoa. Treasure chance unlocked. Whoa. Monaco has been unlocked. Galaxy Gals have been acquired. Alright. Let's go check out special state. Okay, we don't need to see the intro. Hold up, we got a minigame. Hold up, we gotta do this. Alright, let's go. Oh. Oh, there's a speed pad down there. That would have been nice to get. Oh no, the user ID. Oh no, the user ID. It's so crazy. I'm gonna roll this. Got an accountant power up. And then we have the Galaxy, but I'm gonna save that for just a little bit later, because I just want to do some stuff in here real quick. Mark you as obtained. And I have stuff in 500 cat food. Battle begins. Oh, Siege of Hippo and Friday stage are the only stages that are on right now. Oh. Alright. We're gonna do... Oh, it's 10 draws. It's 10 capsule draws in this. Alright. We're gonna do 1 10 draw on every single set that I have unlocked right now. I want to see what you guys... What banners? We have Nekalugas, Dynamites, War Gods, and Galaxy Gals. So... Before I do any of the rolls, I want you guys to predict how many Ubers you think I'm gonna get. Alright, so it seems like everyone's saying around 3 Ubers. Alright. Let's hit these draws. 2 from the same set. Alright, Cat Gunslinger. Jurassic Cat. Oh, we got another plus from our cat. Oh, we got Tekaluga. That's 1. Yo, thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time. I hope you enjoy, the time that is spent here. We got another level for Salon Cat. Let's go. And we have another Bath Cat. Let's go. Another Pogo. To add to the collection. Alright. So far we have gotten one Uber. Next set, the Dynamites. Oh, and that's two. The Uber that we got was Tekaluga. The other Uber that we got was Tekaluga. Are you... Alright, 2 cat machines. Baby! Alright, that's 3 unique Ubers. we got the dupe and baby cat. Right, 3 uniques, 4 total. Bro, we got Archie Cat. Oh, look at that. Lesser Demon. You know, plus levels in this game for like Ubers in general in this game, or maybe not Ubers in general, but like units like, or things like cat food, like honestly, it doesn't really make a difference if you get plus levels or not, because it doesn't really matter if you get the 1 million XP or just get the extra plus level. In the long run, it doesn't really matter in this version of the game. Oh, I think I might have the chat filter. I think I have to edit the chat filter. I said it a long time ago and forgot to update it. Alright, War Gods. Okay, yeah, I have to go update the chat, like the chat filter. But anyway, Surfer Cat. What version is this? This is the Switch version. Yeah, it's the Switch version. Actually, I'm gonna put on the music again. Another salon. Kenshin. All right. That's 4 unique Ubers, I think. Oh wait, no, that's 5. That's 5 That's 6. That's 6 unique Ubers. Built cat. Wheel cat. Archer. Alright. The final set. The Galaxy Gals. Figure skating cats. Another stilt cat. Rocker. There we go. Witch cat. Cat gunslinger. Alright. Will our Uber streak end here? Will we not get a singular Uber from the Galaxy Gals? Tis the question. Oh, we got Rovercat though. Another Archer. And that's it. Alright. More gotcha. Okay. Next stream. Next stream we might do more gotcha next stream, but let me check the time on my end. It is 2:16 on my end, and I would like to, get ready for bed soon, so the real Galaxy Gal was Cyber all along. But listen. Alright. I just want to say thank you everyone for coming out here. Is this the right? Yeah, this is the right one. Oh, hit my mic by accident. I just want to say thank you everyone for coming out and supporting me on the stream and supporting the stream. This is probably the most fun I've had streaming. And I just want to say thank you for coming out.